If you're blood type O, here's the truth you need to know. People with blood...
There's something to wash it, and then yes, and then Yes, yes, thank you. I forgot that I'm live. Sorry. Ati nsala yikali mwana nomba. Nsala te yikali mune. Mwana ndeja ine. So wiranda panzala. Wiranda panzala nsala yena wikatako. Ati nsala yikali. Wiranda panzala Alandako pali film. Nandako pali film. Nsala yena not nsala. These donuts are very nice. That's my breakfast. That's inside. So now, serious matters here. Very, very serious matters. Very, very serious matters, and I want us to be sober. I thought I should talk about this, and I'm talking at 10 hours because I know I'm political vouchers vala ingira. I'm a political vouchers vala ingira, and they will be creating a narrative vala tampoku mive pa. Ine, I don't want you to be cheated. I don't want you to be cheated, and you can take it from me. I am speaking for you, the ordinary citizens. Ina panchile chitama politics. Mshile chitama politics. Vela mivepa ma political vouchers na ve mapasweka. Na ve mapasweka bali sabaila. Yo, Tayali, alela ndefi pantu alefo kuwela. Tayali, alela ndefi pantu alefo kuwela. Nami papata. You should be asking them. You should be challenging them. Challenge them when they come to you and say, no, Tayali is talking like this because he wants to come back. Ask them, is what Tayali is saying not true? Bushale vepa. Is he lying? Because they are not responding to my issues. They are not responding to my issues. Instead, come back home. Challenge them. Tayali alela ndefi. Nga imamuleti poshani. Not to kwasuka. Inena rande chintu. Imumkwesa mkwasuka. Iyo. He wants to come back. Hey, no, Hakainde Ichirema. He wants Hakainde Ichirema to forgive him. Answer to my issues. Now they are busy scandalizing me. But whatever they are saying, don't bother. Don't bother. And if you want, it's okay. You can even accept to say, okay, Tayali ni Mushani na Bwali. It's okay. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem to be called all sorts of names. But please respond to my issues. Focus on my issues. Call me Mushani na Bwali and then justify why you call me Mushani na Bwali and what you say about the issue that I'm raising. Epona Vela, the biggest opposition leader, because in my issues and you fail to engage on my issues. You fail. That's why I am a prolific politician, because no one challenges me on my issues. You don't. The only thing you resort to insulting me, being personal. Respond to my issues. So anyway, like I've said, let's talk about this issue here yesterday, where the speaker said Bill 7 cannot be stopped by the court. And anytime the Minister of Justice will want to come back, she can come back to Parliament. She can easily come back to Parliament if she so wishes. Okay. Now, that can noise. Anyway, they are cleaning. Atari the folk, atari the folk weather. Now, you got another cleaning. I don't know that Tayali the folk. I'm missing the weather. So, Bill 7, and I even said this, when these political vouchers were celebrating, they were celebrating, hey, the court has embarrassed Hakainde Hichilema. Hey, they were having press conferences. Hey, the so-called lawyers, they were having press conferences celebrating, we have stopped Bill 7, whatever. I told you, you are celebrating too early. I told you, you are celebrating too early. I told you this bill has not been withdrawn. This bill has not been withdrawn. It has only been deferred. It has only been put on pause. And it can come back. And you have got no capacity to stop Hakainde Hichilema on this one. I started saying this from the word go. Once these people who are jumping in the air and they have got no capacity to stop Bill 7. Bill 7 is going through. Bill 7 is going through. Bill 7 is going through. Let them not cheat you that they have got capacity. They have got no capacity to fight Bill 7. Bill 7 is going through, and it will go through before the elections. Before the elections. Like indicated, Bill 7 is likely to come back in September. In September, it is likely to come back, and it will go through. It will go through. There is nothing that is going to stop Bill 7. So all those who were raising, who are laying for what Nibakapeta, are laying for what Chilufya in the Ichilema, you were just fooling yourself. The joke was on you. You were busy joking. Hey, Hakainde Hichilema. Hey, I told you. There is nothing that you are talking about. So, Bill 7, September, and it will go through. And now, let's discuss the issue, the ruling of the speaker. The ruling of the speaker. In here, I'm saying, Baneri Muti, she's on firm terra. She's on firm ground. She's on firm ground. That ruling, whether you take it where, it is on firm ground. Why do I say it is on firm ground? Number one, we need to understand the three arms of government. We have got three arms of government, and these three arms of government, we have got the executive, headed by the president and the government, okay, and his government. Then we have got the judiciary, headed by the chief justice and the judges, and going down there. Then we have got the parliament, which is headed by the speaker, and the members of parliament, of course. So we have these three arms of government. These three arms of government, they are independent and autonomous from each other. These three arms of government, they are autonomous and independent from each other. Now, before we go further, we need to ask ourselves, what is the functions, the main functions of the three arms of government? What is the main functions? The main function of the executive, that is the president and his government, it is to govern. The job of Hakainde Hichilema and his government, it is to govern. How do they govern? By formulating policies. And of course, these policies which they form must be within the law. So the job of the executive, inchito yaba executive Hakainde Hichilema, no muteko bwabo, the executive, it is to govern. And when they are doing when they are governing the country, these, whether parliament, whether judiciary, cannot interfere. Parliament cannot interfere. The judiciary cannot interfere when Hakainde Hichilema is governing, because that is his responsibility. The job of Hakainde Hichilema is to govern the country. That is the job. Hakainde Hichilema is the head of the executive. His job is to govern the country. And when he's governing the country, you cannot stop him. You cannot arrest him for governing. And of course you can say, no. But what about bad governance? We are saying that when they are governing, they must follow the law. As long as they have not flouted the law, there is nothing that court can do. There is nothing that the executive legislature can do. There is nothing. And even when they flout the law, Hakainde Hichilema or his ministers, they cannot be arrested. All they can do, if you go to court to say, look, there is this policy which this government has made, and this policy is not in line with the constitution. That is when the court cannot say arrest Hakainde Hichilema. No. They cannot say arrest the government. No. They can simply advise. To say, that policy that you are bringing is not in agreement with the law. You hear? The job of Hakainde Hichilema and his government is to govern using policies, and those policies must be within the law. But if they come up with a policy that is not within the law, no one is going to be arrested. The only thing that the court can do, if somebody goes to court and moves the court to make a ruling, the only thing that the court can do is to advise Hakainde Hichilema and his government to say, this is not in accordance with the law. Can you relook at this policy? They cannot stop Hakainde Hichilema from governing. The court cannot stop Hakainde Hichilema from governing. The parliament cannot stop Hakainde Hichilema from governing. They can't. Aaron Nirongo, let's understand each other very well. Let's not use emotions. Hakainde Hichilema cannot be stopped from governing. Even if they come up with a policy which is crazy. For example, they come up with a policy to say, all men must be wearing G strings. Yeah? Let's imagine they come up with an absurd policy to say, no, about me once for G strings, so that we bring this gender equality. It is crazy. And somebody will say, no, this is violating my rights. I'm going to court. And when you go to court, the court will not say, arrest Hakainde Hichilema for saying such a thing. No. The court will say, no, the president is overstepping your rights. because you are free to wear what you want. The president cannot dictate what you should wear. The court will say that. But that doesn't mean that Hakainde Hichilema can stop. If Hakainde Hichilema wants, he can continue to say, no, I insist because I want gender equality. I insist. The court will be saying, no, it is violating your rights. And Hakainde Hichilema will say, oh, okay. There is no law. I'm going to make a law. With that funny policy, Hakainde Hichilema can go to parliament. He can go to parliament. And parliament, once parliament receives that, they can come up with a motion to make a law that men should be wearing G-strings. And I'm telling you, as funny, as absurd as that law may be, Hakainde Hichilema, when he goes through, when they come up with a policy, they take it to parliament, and it is before parliament. The court cannot come and say, no. We ruled against that. We ruled against that. You cannot bring that to parliament. Nothing. They can't stop it. And it can go on until it becomes laws. And if it becomes law, it becomes law. So, the point I want you to get is that I'm talking about the executive. The executive, they have to govern. And they govern using policies. And those policies must be within the law. But if they are not within the law, somebody can go to court. Civil society, citizen can go to court. But the court cannot stop Hakainde Hichilema from governing. Okay? No, because you are making this whatever. No, you are not going to govern. They can't do it. They can't do it. Because the only people that can remove Hakainde Hichilema, it is through elections. It is through elections. If you people see, this man is not making sense. He's asking us to wear G-strings. No. In the next elections, you can vote for him. You can vote him out of power. You can vote him out of power. Government court cannot stop Hakainde Hichilema. Only the people can stop him through the vote when the general elections are there. You can say, their policies were bad. They made us wear G-strings. So that is a joke. Now, let's come to the judiciary. What is the job of the judiciary? The job of the judiciary is to deliver justice. The job of the courts is to deliver justice. That is the job. That is the job. The job of justice is to deliver justice. That is their job. Now, when you deliver justice, you deliver justice when there is conflict. When there are parties involved, there are two or more parties involved, and then the court is moved to arbitrate, to deliver justice. It is when there are two parties or more parties are in conflict, or there is no fairness. There is no fairness, or I don't know, but there must be a conflict, and the court must be moved. The court must be moved to deliver justice. And when they are delivering justice, the executive cannot interfere. Parliament cannot interfere. For example, when the court delivers a judgment, they deliver justice through judgments. And when the court makes a judgment, no one can talk. I mean, we can talk, but you can't challenge it. You can't challenge it. The judgments that are made by the court, the president cannot interfere. Parliament cannot interfere. A judgment written by a judge, that is it. The only thing that you can do is to challenge it through the judicial system. You cannot challenge the judgment of the court outside the judicial system. You can't. You cannot challenge the judgment of the court by moving the president. The president cannot come in and say, no, this judgment is wrong. No. They can't. Even if it is against him, the president cannot interfere. When a judgment has been written, it has been written. And you can only challenge a judgment through the judicial system. And it has got where it ends. It ends into the Supreme Court or the Court. Once it reaches there is no recourse. There is no recourse. You can't do anything because the courts must work independent, meaning away from the executive, away from, without influence from parliament, without influence from the president, independent. Autonomous, when they make the judgment, that's it. That's it. That's it. When they make the judgment, that's it. So they deliver judgment, they deliver justice through judgments. That is the job of the courts. What about parliament? Parliament, the job of parliament is to make laws and offer oversight or checks and balances to the executive. That is the job of parliament. The job of parliament is to make laws and offer checks and balances to the executive. That is the law. How do they do that? They do that by the standing orders. The standing orders. So as long as you are talking about standing orders, you cannot interfere with parliament. As long as you are talking about standing orders, you cannot interfere with the legislature or parliament. You can't. When you are talking about judgments, you cannot interfere with the judiciary. When you are talking about government, running governance, you cannot interfere with the executive. You can't. So parliament works with the standing orders. So anything that goes in the standing orders, that's it. If it has been accepted, that's it. If you bring, for example, you bring a law which is crazy, and this law can be brought by either the government or the members of parliament. A motion can be brought by government. A motion can be brought by the members of parliament. It can be brought, and no matter how crazy it is, once it has been accepted by the clerk of the court to go as part of the motion to come to parliament, that's it. There is nothing that you can do. There is nothing. You can't interfere in the business of parliament. You can't. You can't interfere in the business of parliament, no matter how crazy the debate. As long as it has been accepted according to the standing orders, there is nothing that you can do. The court cannot interfere. It can't stop it. It can't. The court cannot order parliament to stop attending to its business. No, it can't. They can't. I'm talking about the business of parliament. In terms of making the law, in terms of offering checks and balances, the court cannot interfere. None of these three arms of government can interfere in the core business of the other body. Court cannot interfere in terms of governance. They can't. If Hakainde Hichilema becomes crazy, or if we have a president who becomes crazy and is ruling kaya, badly, is ruling so bad, the court will not stop him. The court will not stop him. The court will not stop him. The court cannot. You can take the president to court to show the president has done this. And the court can only advise if it is in terms of governance. And be careful here. I'm not talking about personal issues. I'm talking about governance. I'm talking about governance. If the president grabs land from you, that is not governance. But if it is something relating to policy, they cannot interfere. They cannot interfere. The legislature cannot interfere. The only thing that they can do is that's why we have impeachment. Impeachment. The only thing that can come in to remove the president is impeachment. Other than that, nothing. So when you have a motion, it has gone to parliament, it has been accepted, it is on the floor of the house. Nobody, not even Hakainde Hichilema, can say, hey, stop it. Just like that. No, he will not do that. He can only do it following the processes of parliament, according to the standing orders, where his minister, like in this case, will go and either withdraw or defer a bill. in this instance, the Bill 7 is already on the floor of the House. Bill 7 is a business of Parliament as we speak. As we speak, Bill 7 is part of the business of Parliament. It is part of business. Kaluba is saying idiot. No, Kaluba, don't say idiot. What I'm saying here is true. If you have anything other than that, please write your comment. If what I'm saying is not true, don't call me idiot. Listen to what I'm saying. And if you have to challenge me on what I'm saying. Parliament cannot stop, a court cannot stop Parliament from removing what is on the floor of the House. No one has that power. Not even the president as the president, no. Yes, he can do it, but through his agents who go to Parliament, and they have to follow the law. The president cannot phone Nelly Muti and say, hey, Nelly Muti there, hello, can you stop whatever? No. And you know, in this instance, you might be looking at it from a point of view of no government. Because they are also private members' bill. They are also private members' bill. A member of Parliament from the opposition can come up with a bill, a private member's bill. He can come up with that. And the president may not like it. The president may not like it. So in as much as the president doesn't like that bill, as long as that bill is on the floor of the House, the president cannot phone Nelly Muti and say, Nelly Muti, I don't want that bill to be debated. The president can't do that. So don't just look at it from the point of view of a government, a public bill. No. Look at it also from a point of view where a private bill is raised from the opposition. So the opposition are discussing this, and the president is not happy. The president can't come in and stop that. Even the president cannot go to court and say, no, that bill, no, we don't want that bill. They can't. They can only advise, that's all. They can only advise, but they can't stop it. So in terms of Bill 7, don't be cheated that the court ordered Hakainde Hichilema to stop Bill 7. No. In that judgment, read it. There is nowhere where the court said, President Hakainde Hichilema, or this government must stop this. They never said that. They can never. Because that would be interfering with governance. They can only advise according to the law. If you want to do this, this is what the law says. That's all. That's all. And when government receives that, it doesn't mean that the government can have to stop. No. For example, the example that I gave you, if government wants men to be wearing G-strings, I'm using that example, please, not with no disrespect to women, but it is just, I'm trying to come up with something crazy, you know, something crazy, so that maybe I can help explain. Or whatever nonsensical bill that they may come up with. Whatever nonsensical bill that they may come up with. But if in this instance, if government insists to say, no, we want all men to be wearing G-strings. And the government says, you cannot force men on wearing what they don't want. Okay? Because the rights, it's infringing on the rights and whatever. But if the president and his government, they want to insist on that, they can go to Parliament and pass a law. And when they are passing that law, no one can interfere it as long as it is on the floor of the House. Kwamana. And the job of the speaker is not to say, this bill that you have brought, no, we cannot accept this. No. The speaker doesn't do that. The only thing is to put it on the order paper and bring it to Parliament. The only way you can kill a bill is by voting it out. That's all. The only remedy to your Bill 7, I want you to know, the only way you can stop Bill 7 is by making sure that you have more numbers, you have numbers to stop it in parliament. You have numbers to stop it in parliament. Bill 10 was killed in parliament by numbers. It was not killed by the civil society, by whatever. It was killed in parliament. That's why it was killed. So the only way is having numbers in parliament where parliamentarians will come and vote against it. That is the only way you can defeat it. So let them not cheat you. Let them not cheat you. Let them not accuse Nelly Muti. Nelly Muti has done nothing wrong. Nothing. Nelly Muti does not control these bills. They come from our representatives. They come from our representatives, either from government or from opposition. Nelly Muti's job is to allow the debate. So Nelly Muti will allow the debate. The debate will go on, you know, those who are for, those who are against. After the debate, Nelly Muti will call for, do you agree? Can we have the yeas? Yeah. Can we have the nays? Nay. No, we have a tie. We have a tie. Let's vote. And they will vote. And once they vote, if it goes through, it becomes law. If it doesn't go through, it falls off. That is the only way, my brothers and sisters. The tampo kumivepa, because efondela ndiro chero ninji shiva apabale nona bale nona akasuba konsaka nomba Nelly Muti bala mutuka shana shani chavala shani kuma 20 hours uko kwala bala ikala pama TikTok bala ikala wale landa yo Nelly Muti Nelly Muti apali okwalu fienye ili ya biu ili pa floor of the house ngaesha pa floor of the house. Whether yaku opposition, whether yaku ruling party, tapari ofo ingachita Nelly Muti, tapari. The court cannot stop Nelly Muti. The court cannot. In terms of the business of the house. Now, some people said, no. How can you say that? Because Nelly Muti is the same one who is saying that, no, I cannot declare Mao Sampa as leader of opposition. Because Chabinga is the one who is there. Because your matter is in court. That's what some of you are saying. No, but why is Nelly Muti saying that this is in court? But for this one, he's saying, no, the court cannot interfere. Nafi pusana. The issue, or yakwa Chabinga, it is a party matter. It is a party matter. It is not a parliamentary business. It is not. Issue yakwa leader of opposition is not a parliamentary business. It is not a parliamentary business. Issue yakwa Chabinga. Issue yaba PF. Te issue ya parliament yo. It is not a parliamentary business. It is not. It is not part of the order paper. The standing orders. It is not. It is a business of PF. And why is Nelly Muti not interfering? Why Nelly Muti is not interfering? It is because these were PF. They are fighting. They are fighting. But PF, they are fighting. But they don't say lana. We are nine PF. Awe iwete iwe PF. Iwe niwe sanguka. Iwe niwe na nyuko. Balelwa ba PF. Ba PF eva lelwa. How does ukuro kwa ba PF involve Nelly Muti? Tell me, how does the conflicts that are in PF, how do they affect Nelly Muti? Let's be fair. Let's be reasonable. But PF but Chabinga, te leader of opposition. If a leader of opposition to say knew you, at this point in time, who owns PF? Who is Nelly Muti going to recognize? Who is Nelly Muti going to recognize? Because balelwa no ko balelwa. Elo dida balelwa baitwala ku court. Ten Nelly Muti abatwala ku court. The matter is in court, but it is not parliament. It is not the speaker who has taken them to court. It is not. Vene baitwala ku court, bali itwala ku court, bali ku court. Who atwele ku court ba PF ni nani? Bushani Nelly Muti. Who took the PF to court? Who took the PF to court? Ninan. Bene baitwele ku court. After baitwala ku court number, kirikiti balelo. I know ku first kuja ile wafumishepo mundubile. There were these issues. There were these issues where, you know, Parliament said, no, they didn't know about the court order. That's what they said. If you remember, ile wafumishepo mundubile. But speaker wala ndiloko wati. I received a letter. And when I received this letter, I didn't see the court proceedings. That's what she said. Whether that was not true or not or true, that is another issue. Mingalato, if you want. Mingalato. But the issue is, she said she didn't see it. According to her, she said, no, I didn't see it. I didn't know these people are in court. Me, when I received the letter, I saw the headed paper, it was PF and whatever. I recognized that as PF. Okay? I recognize that PF. So at that point, Palapa face paria, but speaker can even run away. Okay? Can run away because, well, it was Chilufya Tampile. But at this point in time, these things are in a public knowledge. Are in public knowledge. They are part of our common sense. There is no way one remote can say, I don't know about the court issues. Palapa first, she could say that. She could say that. And yes, I don't believe her. But then, the point is, Mingalato. And she could run away from it at that point because all of your time. At this point in time, if you court, even you people you know, you don't even know who is the president of PF. Because as we speak, the president of PF is in the morgue. And everyone is still looking at him as PF, as president. And they are waiting for instructions. Even as we speak, even today, there are people who are waiting for instructions. There are people who are waiting for them to be anointed by Edgar Chagwa from the mortuary. As we speak, there are those. And even as we speak, Mao Sampa is a president of PF. Is a president of PF somewhere. Because if you say no, Mao Sampa, they have reconciled. Mao Sampa staged a convention. So has there been a convention where Mao Sampa has been removed and somebody else has come up? Because Mao Sampa held a convention. And after that convention, that's when we recognize him as president. Or they recognize him. I didn't recognize him. But they recognize him as president. So today you are saying, no, we have come to agree. How have you come to agree? Iria convention, what has happened to that convention? What has happened? Have you held another convention? Have you held another convention? Then kwa isa nomba Kachavinga. Kachavinga nakonika president. How have you removed this Chavinga? How have you removed this Chavinga? So we have 3 presidents in PF right now. We have one who is issuing, he's not even issuing instruction. He's in the mortuary and Makebi Zulu has taken over. He's speaking for him. Edgar Chagwa is in the mortuary and Makebi Zulu is speaking for him. Muchitumbi, Makebi Zulu is using the powers of Ichitumbi to direct PF and is directing them. Oh, come to South Africa. We bury from here. Oh, go and have a funeral at the secretariat. Oh, what? Makebi Zulu is directing, is using Ichitumbi to direct PF. Edgar Lungu is still president of PF. In spite of him being dead and cold for over 1 month, he is still president. He is still president. People are accusing me of betraying Edgar Lungu. Edgar Lungu is dead and I'm betraying him. I want Edgar Lungu to be buried in Zambia, dignified, as a former head of state. And the people are saying, no, you are betraying him. How am I betraying him? Edgar Lungu is dead. How can I betray a dead man? How can I betray a dead man? You are immortalizing him. Tamlefo Edgar Lungu afwe. Edgar Lungu is still your president, but Edgar Lungu is dead. He's dead. But no, he's not dead. Ask Makebi Zulu. Makebi Zulu, you tell, you know, my client is Edgar Lungu and he's giving instructions right now. So he has given him instructions that I should not attend the funeral. I should be buried in South Africa. He's receiving instructions. Kumuntu wafwa. Kumuntu Wafa is receiving instruction and he's still president. And some of you are still there. You know, they are still believing there is a faction which is still there. Edgar Lungu is still their president. 1 month after Muntu Alifwa, he's still their president. From there, you have now Mao Sampa. Mao Sampa claims he was elected through a convention. Don't forget that. He was elected through a convention. So if he was elected through a convention, how has he ceased to be a president? How has Mao Sampa ceased to be a president? A man who was elected through a convention and went and changed the whatever Pakra documents. How has he ceased to be a president? Then, so we have these three presidents, and this is common knowledge to everyone. So today when you go to parliament and say, no, we want this one to be leader of opposition, who is the speaker going to recognize? Who is the speaker going to recognize? And all these issues that you're talking about, they are in court. They are in court. So the point I'm trying to make is that this is not a parliamentary business. This is not a parliamentary business. The infighting of a PF is not a parliamentary business. So it is not, they are different from the Bill 7. Bill 7 is a parliamentary business. And parliamentary business cannot be halted by anyone. Not by the president, not by the chief justice. They can't be halted. Not even by the speaker, by the way. Not even by the speaker. Even the speaker, she's the head of legislature. She cannot just wake up and say, I'm suspending this bill. She can't. She can't. It is on the floor of the House. And if it is on the floor of the House, it is either the mover withdraws it or it goes through the final process of being voted for or against. That is the only way. That is the only way. When you talk about PF, that is PF matters. There is another issue. There is another example that was given to say, but what about the 9 members of parliament? The court stopped. Yeah, the court stopped. There is a difference. The difference is that these 9 members of parliament were removed by the party. They were removed by the party. And according to the instructions that went to parliament, parliament moved on those instructions coming from the party. Coming from the party. Coming from the party. Instructions coming from the party to say we have fired this one, that one, that one, that one. They should not be in parliament. Was that a parliamentary business? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. And so, these people went to court. No, you cannot check us. So between the two of them now, they are fighting. It was a PF business again. They are fighting, they are fighting. They go to court. And then the court goes, okay, whilst we are looking at this matter, can these continue being in parliament? Whilst we are looking at this matter, can these continue being in parliament? And that is how they stayed. It is not that the court interfered with parliament, because that was not a parliamentary business. That was not a parliamentary business. Bill 7 is a parliamentary business. It can only be withdrawn, or it has to go through the entire process until it is voted for. The mover of that Bill 10 has not withdrawn it. How do you expect it to be removed from the standing orders? How? From the order paper, and order paper and standing orders. How do you expect it to be removed from there? Because there is a way that these things are supposed to be done. How are you expecting it to come out of parliament? How? When the justice minister has not withdrawn it, how? How? As long as the justice minister does not go and stand in parliament and say, Madam Speaker, I am withdrawing this bill for whatever reason, blah, 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 blah. May it be removed from the order paper. Then it is withdrawn. But as long as the mover does not do that, it stays there. It stays there. Like now, she has only paused to say, Madam Speaker, I want to look at other issues in the meantime. First, for now, hold on to this. And the speaker's she's holding on. Until such a time when she'll come up and say, Madam Speaker, I'm ready now. Can we proceed? It will proceed. As long as she doesn't do that, the court cannot come in. The president cannot come in. And don't just look at it from the government point of view. Look at it from the private members' bill as well. Where a member, Binwe Ompundu, for example, has brought a bill to parliament. Government doesn't like it. President doesn't like it. The president cannot phone Nelly Muti. Nelly Muti, tell that guy to withdraw. He can't. Can we? They can't. As long as it is parliamentary business, you can't stop it. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. Yeah, PF, that is PF business. That is PF business. And PF business, when it is in court, Parliament, has got nothing to do with it. They can only pause until it is resolved. That's all. So I just wanted you to get enlightened. Ngawaisa mkumyewa ati, yo, baneri muti, babi sana, baneri muti, niwa kada, bebe nati. Kwa diba separation of powers, baneri muti, tabakwe tamaka. Iya kuposa, bill 7 outside, or any bill, tabakwa tamaka. Na ngufeni private bill, iyo tabalefuaya, tetiba ipose baneri muti. Tetiba ipose. It will go through until it is voted for. Tabakwa tamaka. No baka indechilema, tabakwa tamaka. Bakoti tabakwa tamaka. If there is a bill which has been brought in parliament, the only one who can remove it is the person that brought it into parliament, and he says, no, I'm withdrawing it. Or indeed, it has to go through the due process, where at the end of the day, it is voted for. Bill 7, Ivane, you celebrated too early. You celebrated too early. I told you, you can't mock the president on a bill. You can't feel you are powerful. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. The court cannot stop Hakainde Hichilema from governing. If Hakainde Hichilema thinks that his governance will be helped by Bill 7, the court cannot stop him. If Hakainde Hichilema thinks that his governance will be helped by Bill 7, no one can stop him. No one can stop him. The only way you can stop it is to block him in parliament. Have the numbers. Let it be voted out. That is the only way you can block him. The other way of blocking Hakainde Hichilema, the general elections are there. Vote him out. Those are the only remedies. I wanted to clarify this because I know Kwala can today, Kwala can too. But I have armed you with ammunition. Go and challenge them. Challenge them. Challenge them. PF, tell them, that is your business. That is not parliamentary business. MPs, that is party business. It is not parliamentary business. Bill 7 is a parliamentary business. No one can stop it. Nimbona palifensele sheka. You are making noise. Hey, Tayambwa. Hey, I want to see reason. I wish I could open phone lines. Can I open phone lines? Should I open phone lines so that people can call and ask on this one? Should I? Pantu kutina ishura mafoni shide tina. If we kutina ishura phone na papene so. Kutina ishura mutampo kutumatumfu. Let me open phone lines. You know the number that we usually use. You know the number that we usually use. You know the number that we usually use. If you are on TikTok, you can find it on the bio. If you check the bio, you'll find it in the bio. You'll find the number that we use in the bio. But for WhatsApp, let me give the number for WhatsApp. I want people to call. I want people to. I know it's early in the morning, but in case you want clarification, so I'll open the phone lines. Is my line working properly? Is my line working properly? Let me see. Yesterday I had problems. Is this line working okay? Oh no. Yes, this is what I was talking about. Oh, okay. Okay, now it, yeah. Yesterday, now it, oh, I don't know how I did this, but yeah. Now it's okay. If you want any clarification, you can call me now. I had a problem yesterday with this line, but I think I've resolved it. Oh, I keep making this mistake. In case you want to clarify something on this, please call me. Finally it's working. Hey, you are finished? Oh, already. Yeah. Looking for the marker. Thank you. Okay. I want to get questions on this. So, because TikTok doesn't allow to put the numbers, so I will do like that. Oh, now how do I do that? Okay, I can do like that. Where is that thing now? Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, I can actually give the number like that. So that's the number. In case you want to clarify something on this. I don't want you to be cheated. I'm not doing this for you, PND. I'm doing this for you watching me on TikTok. You can find the number in the bio. You can find the number in the bio. Those of you who are insulting me, call and ask me a question. Call and give me your reasoning. Don't just, hey, Mushani Nawari, hey, you want to come back? I don't want to come back. I don't want to come back. Teri ashiri lipopanwa. Ko gaidi. Mule tukana. I'm challenging you. Those of you who are calling me names, call and give your views. The court cannot stop a parliamentary proceeding. Cannot stop something that is already on the floor of the house. They can't. Once it has been accepted, the clerk of the National Assembly has accepted it, has put it on the order paper, it is being debated. There is nothing that the court can do. Don't be cheated. Don't call Nelly Muti names. Don't say, no, Nelly Muti, what? The only way Bill 7 will go out of parliament is by either the justice minister withdrawing it or the opposition members of parliament vote against it. If it doesn't get the numbers, if it gets the numbers, that's it. That's it. There is nothing that you can do. There is nothing that you can do. I think Tamkwete, you don't have what to challenge me on. Let's hear. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, my brother.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. Say what you wanna say. Hello?
Right.
Mkwai.
Hello, Tayali.
Mkwai, shani bani.
Hello?
Hello, nde umfa Mkwai.
Hello?
Yes, nde umfa, go ahead.
Network wasi asikwete network yate unawena.
Nde umfa ine Mkwai. Nde umfa.
Hello, Tayali.
I can hear you.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Hello?
I can hear you. What's happening? Pantune nde umfa kuno. Hello? 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 Yes, sir. Hello? You also can't hear me. You can't hear me. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello? 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 Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead. Yes, good morning.
Yeah. Something I like about you. So this is the simple civic education. The separation of power. Meaning, the state has independence, just like the judiciary and the executive as well. So there is no one who should say otherwise. You are calling you come out with their points, not just the community.
Yeah, indeed.
No.
I think we get your point. The network is not very good. Hello? Hello?
How are you, Mr. Tayali?
Fine. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. I'm calling you from Chagwa.
Yes, please go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, Mr. Tayali, what you are saying, you are saying that the truth is, what you are saying, you only a point, Mr. Tayali. The Madam, Speaker of National Assembly, Madam Lane, can't do anything, can't do it. She can't separate the three arms of government. So what she's doing, she's doing the truth. She's standing for the truth, I mean. That's what she can do about it.
Thank you, my brother.
So what you're advocating for us, you are saying the truth, Mr. Tayali. Go ahead, continue that. You are not doing this for, maybe you are getting paid. No, you are doing this for Zambian people.
It's not even for you, PND. It's not for Aka in the HDM. It is for the Zambian people, because these people, they like to cheat you. You know, they like to cheat you.
Yes,
but I don't want them to cheat. That's why I am doing this. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, you are doing this for Zambians, Mr. Tayali.
Thank you. I can see.
All right, sir.
Chola, Ivene, call and give that argument. I'm seeing what you are saying here, but I can't get it properly. Give me a call. Hello?
Hello, Mr. President. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're talking. This is Joseph Titan calling.
Okay.
Mr. President, I want you to clarify a bit on why is it that the patriotic front are not disciplined. They have forgotten. I don't know if they have forgotten or maybe they are pretending in other political parties what Mao Samba did to his only in other political parties they are now interviewed.
Unfortunately, the network is very bad. Unfortunately, the network is very bad. Do a voice note.
Okay. Let me call you back.
Do a voice. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Tayali, mwawomba shani.
Wino FM kwa.
Mwewe abakubwendo.
Tatuwa kuwendo. Tulemoneka pano. Tatuli pano. Muletu mwana kutumona. Wino fe.
Kubwendo kwini. Awe shire mimona ni mfumako
kuwenda techimu mwono muntechi mulande nankwe. Anyway, landeni bane tumfu. Landeni.
Njita na tulanchani. Mwamuri fye wino kweni.
Iyo ndi fye wino.
Njita Tayali.
Mkwai.
Yori ashimulelanda likankala sana. Kwewe tuleni konka kulingana neso mulelanda. Nomba. Hapo mwene nati na uleru fyanya mumilanda. Buche tule mfwana.
Ye mkwai tule mfwana wino sana nde umfwa.
Mkwaye. So ili ashiri po pansaka yashi ya mikalili yabantu mama ni mwaleta shani ili ashirio ili ashimulera ndapu chiri abantu yonsomo shachera tupo kama phone kuli wa multi choice kula tutumina twalile ko kulipira ma TV Shishi weshita tuwatambile po anga kwewa ntukuliyo nalikuwa wamukwewa kalamba kwewa temwe mitila shaku mitila shaku makasa.
Okay, Shimwana, Bashimwana.
Wamba imwelewe ya Shimwana lete wa Tayali.
Umfweni Bashimwana.
Kona amulu.
Okay, umfweni Bashimwana.
Mkwai.
I think namushadi lako panono. Namushadi lako panono. Mailo. Ili ashidia biu 7. Bushemu adidishiba? Ili abiu 7.
Kuna hale likonga kupanini pani.
So kwa diveri ashidio. Ba UPN divide data biu 7. Umubalefo kuchinjako fimo mumafunde Yesu. Mumafunde Yesu, muli constitution Yesu. So iyi bill 7 yali ya ku parliament. Nombele yali ku parliament bamubali ile ku court ko bati iyi bill 7 namu yibutusha. Tamwipuisha abantu efe balefwaya. Muwikile mufefo mulefwaya. So bakoti babe lati awo na imwe ba UPND awo namu yise ndolubile chachine. Kabieni ke pusheyo ni abantu usha abantu finshi balefwaya. Mwamona bakoti bali landire. So iyo bakoti balandire echo. Ba opposition bali manombo ko bati apo bakoti bali landoko bati ke pusheni abantu. Ibi u7 ifumye ni mu parliament. Mwamona elo mailo ba speaker bali sala ndoko bati awe ifo to alikuwa tamaka ya kulolesha to tamaka ya kulolesha pa ma bill yonse. Aya isa mkoti ngali mkoti
Tuze cha mu parliament
tapali wingesa po salanda tiyofumye nipo apo nomba ndelo ndolola so ililia ishi tuntu mwinefyo kulifumya kwati mumwela iyo diashiri lipansaka ilio diashimulela ndelia ba multi choice nemi kadide chine diashiri kankala bati tene tulela ndapo pabushiku bwalelo ubushiku bumbi kuti twali
nalini shalila kansha popena kuti mwanji katila kwena pona lini shalila kimona kwa timbi mwafuma munshira
yo mwamona ati bashinani nimwe bashinani mwamona bashimwaba efira mutunganya abantu nokutampa okulasalula abantu kubasusula awo ulya muntu twachabe takwatamano kanshimwe bashalile nimwe mwamona Pando bapena panga mula noko mwikala limbi mula nkusha no muntu tayari ulya muntu taba wino ulya muntu taba but mwe bashari
milioni hivyo fine nanda kati kwelo uchecha kupitana mumbali
mwamona mwamona baswa
na shire umfwana chao kanshi na ulio wala ndilati uyu muntu uyu mwanche wesu uyu ni ure lya kyomba na nebo ni pepine kweno uyu mwanche ni chala toroa kila aikateriria
mwamona nomba ine bambe peshafe bashimwa wese bambe peshafe ine ndandira abantu ko bate bantu bateshani bonfwe kulinga nemo fiko nkene teko bati nderandira ko akainde ichilema nangu nderandira ko ba UPND ine ndandira ko abantu bantu ndoleke shapo na totela bashimwa hello
Good morning, Mr. Chilufya.
Good morning, sir.
Now, this is Morris calling from Solwezi, Zambia.
Please, Moses, you said?
Morris.
Oh, Morris. Okay, please go ahead, Morris.
Yeah, mine is very simple. I just want to request those that are saying you have been paid to show us the receipt and transaction that they paid you when you used to speak for them.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
that is just what I want to. But you know that maybe shift when you should paid. Otherwise, allegations are faithless.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And you know, my brother, this is the issue. I mean, me, I'm accused to be paid. Yeah. Whenever I don't agree with either UPND, I don't agree with the opposition, by PF, then I'm paid. If I don't agree with my UPND, now my UPND, they come up. No, Tayali, you have been paid. Oh, Edgar Lungu. Because Edgar Lungu is the one that is paying for you. Edgar Lungu is dead. I am still here. And I will continue being here.
Yeah.
You see? Now I'm talking about this. No, Hakainde Ichlem has paid you. So, like you have rightly said, let them say, one day we paid Tayali, and because we paid him so much, he spoke about this. They never say how much they paid me and for what. No, thank you, my brother.
So let me
No, thank you.
Yes.
And they are busy now saying, no, he's talking, he wants to come back. Because he wants to come back, I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back. And I want this to be on record because I know in future, when I will not agree with UPND, the day I will not agree with UPND, The day that I will not agree with UPND, I know there will be people that will be saying, no, he's talking like this because UPND refused to bring him back. I know one day when I will not agree with UPND, because, I mean, it's for sure, and I'm saying when, because it is inevitable. There is no way UPND can be doing things and I agree to everything. I'm not UPND. I'm not UPND. I am Economic and Equity Party president. Meaning there are fundamental differences between my party and UPND. And as such, you cannot expect that I will agree with UPND. It can't happen. So there will be a time when I will not agree with UPND. And I'll be here propounding and expounding how I don't agree with UPND. And I know people will come up to say, no, he's talking like this, he has changed because they refused to bring him back. Hey, now he's talking like this because they refused to bring him back. I want you to know that I'm not asking UPND to come back. I don't want to come back. Not now. Not now. I will come back, yes, but not now. Not now. Let everybody know. Whoever says, Tayali, hey, he's talking like this because he wants to come back, tell them. He has clearly said he doesn't want to come back. I don't want to come back. And very soon, you will understand why I'm saying I don't want to come back. Very soon. Very soon, you understand. I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back. I can't come back. I'm at risk there. I can't be free. In a Narirandikisha. That is a fact. Narirandikisha. And I stand on principle. I stand on my conscience. So certain things I will not agree with my UPND. And when I will not agree with my UPND, bakam fianta. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Shibuka Shana, President.
Wino from Shibuka Shana Imumkwa.
Wino, that to me na Kurusaka.
Mkwai. Nabalande.
Ndevo ya muundondo lekufe panono padi ne bill 7.
Mkwai.
Ndevo kuchita kope understand ifili muri ne bill 7. Kozi kulira bill 10 wadi tuondolo lekufya limo. Fimo tuwale chita kwa understand. Nombe bill 7 today umfila vya patani bill 7 tatuishiwe usumo obuli mono obubi ubuli motiro mkwafe ba opposition ba tabade ifwa bill 7. Nishi ifili moni finchi ifi pidelefu weme moni finchi kwa tabade trondolo ila. Bale tuwa bill 7 tatuleifwa. Ifili mwefi vine fisuma ni finchi.
Mwaipusha wino sana. Anjia mwishiba uwiwe. Ilini ipusha mwaipusha. Efi na wakoti valelanda. Efi na wakoti valelanda. Wakoti. Ifi mwalanda imwe. Efi na wakoti valelanda. Wakoti valeloko vati. Ibiu mune tuwale mune fwa mupange amafunda ya. Kavieni kubantu. Abantu beshibe. Finshi mune fwa ya. Finshi mubikiremo. Finshi fyalawa mina abantu. Kalondolele na abantu. Lekenya abantu beshibe. Efi wakoti valandile. So, if you want to push up a chishinka chine, abantu abengita beshibe. If you were memu bill 7, ni finchi. If you be pile bill 7, ni finchi. Mamona, ba yupi, ba opposition opo ba bipile nabo. Ba opposition beka li defie. Ukula de, no chifumieni, But tabade milondolwela. Ubu bimu bill 7. Tabade milondolwela yo. Epa yu wafia. Na uba UPND nabo. Nabo tabale londolola. Ubu kuma budi muri bill 7. So, nomba ineba shmwana. Inchito ya pano. Nshimi ni nepako wati ndondolole ifili mu bill 7. Ifisuma nefibi. Nishilefo okuyoko. Mamona? Nishilefo okuyoko ine. Ndefo ya bene vayipa ya bene. Ba opposition ba miebe ubi wa bill 7. Ba UPND ba miebe. Ine I don't want to take a side on this one. That is my position.
Apona umpokaidi na amona. Neshina wami bisheri nenga mwalondolola kwala abachari side wao chishinga.
Natotela. Ngalabanda ko ine.
Wakulolele baka turondolo kaidi batira ati ati nsofu nga kirerwa ebichulira mu kyani
Enquiry.
ekwe nsofu shibiri shikatwebe ebiri mono obubyo
ulumuli lwabene ulumuli lwabene tabalufulira pressure chaini so ine mbaleka
patotera kaifo
enquiry natotera sana. And that's the issue. That is what the court has said. The court has simply said, go and engage people more. And indeed, this caller is actually justifying the judgment of the court. This is exactly what the court is saying. And good enough, at least, I mean, to some extent, we should say, well, whatever it is, the President Hakainde Hichilema has posed it. Because trust me, when some of you were saying, no, Hakainde Hichilema has done this because the court has stopped it. Hakainde Hichilema didn't need to defer it. He didn't need to defer it. Hakainde Hichilema would have gone ahead. He would have gone ahead. There is nothing that anybody could have done. It was not an order. It was not an order. Hakainde Hichilema would have said, okay, this is what you are saying. Okay, we are going to do this. We are going to do this. We are going to do this. He didn't need to stop it or to pause it. He didn't need. He would have just made adjustments. He would have just made adjustments. Oh, you have talked about this, you have talked about this. And he didn't need to stop it. He didn't need. Not to stop it, but to pause it or to defer it, whatever it is. Just that, I mean, they don't want to reason. I'm not going to take a side and start whatever debating on this bill. I'm not. I've got my views, I've got whatever, but it's useless. It's useless because this bill is going through anyway. That is the fact. That's the fact. So if you are wanting to this bill is going through anyway, according to my views. According to the way I see it. It is coming back in September. It will go through. It will be voted for. And that's it. That's it. So whether I talk, I don't talk, it's useless. Why should I attract insult and other, issues on something that I know that this one is a foregone conclusion? This bill, you are not going to stop it. Don't think that you have got powers, you have got capacity to stop Hakainde Hichilema on this one. You cannot. This bill is going through. Get ready for it and start preparing for the next elections. How you are going to fight your battles and how you are going to operate politically. Otherwise, Bill 7 is going through. Is going through. And I'm not going to be invited, to start discussing it. I don't want to discuss it. I am talking about here, what I'm talking about here is not Bill 7. I was basically trying to make people understand the separation of power and the autonomy of these bodies. And I did this in the morning because I know that the propagandists, I'm a political vouchers. They are busy. They want to bring down the government of Hakainde Hichilema. But the manner that you want to bring the government of Hakainde Hichilema, I don't agree with it. I don't agree the manner in which you want to bring Hakainde Hichilema's government down. I stopped talking. I started talking when I saw you people wanting to use the body of Edgar Lungu. When you wanted to use the body of Edgar Lungu, you are saying Edgar Lungu is saying this in his death. It's not that I've turned against Edgar Lungu. No, I've not turned against Edgar Lungu. I am speaking for Edgar Lungu. Edgar Lungu wants to be buried. To be buried as a former head of state. He was a proud former head of state. 6th Republican president. Very proud. Very happy to be president. I am sure even in his death, he will smile to see those fly past. He will be very happy. He will be happy to see the gun salute. He will be happy to hear tum tum. He will be very happy to hear He will be very happy. Not the way you want to deposit him. The way that you want to deposit him in South Africa. Quite mass talks. So that during the elections, Mukae Fumia. No. I'm against that. I am fighting everyone, including including those that help me here. I am fighting. So, no, Tayali, what? You don't know what I've risked to take this position. You don't know what I've risked to take this position. I've risked the people that help me. People that pay my rent here. I've risked them because I'm saying no. I'm saying no, it is not right. It is not right. What Makembi Zulu and Mamaewa Esther Lungu are doing, it is wrong. It is wrong. It is not about Edgar Lungu. It is about hatred. It is about the court cases. It is about politics. And I'm saying no. No. Let the man rest. Whatever issues, let's talk about them later. That's why I'm talking. I'm not talking because of what? No. Because I want to come back. I don't want to come back. No. I don't want to come back. I am just fighting for Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Can Edgar Chagwa Lungu be buried as a former head of state in Zambia? Not to be deposited in South Africa. So that you can continue using him. Using those. No. Tefyo. That is my point. So na papata. Mwebale ngumfwa, please, mule ndandirako. Nga mwaumfwa wale rande yo, uyu muntu nichi sanguka. Mule veva. Tayali echo alefu aya. Kwewa Lungu. Tubalete mchalo cha Zambia. Lungu. Ile tatula washika. Baka kwate God of honor. Baka kwate okuchindikwa. Ngefo tuwa wachindike. Iyo wali wakateka. Nokuyalala bakayelala ipo abanabo balala ba former head of state not ukuya waposoko sibamene nifuna basaminame boza leke nikameko na mchinyanja basaminame boza kuti Tayali abachinjira nzeru balungu sina abachinjira nzeru balungu ile balungu njamene nikambirako balungu sibanga kambi apa ero niziba balungu even kwa mene balili ngati bamvera. I think bamvera bwino kuti ni bakambirako because balungu sibanga kambi. Balungu sibanga fune kubayika kuja ku South Africa. Kubayika monga muntu wamba. Balungu sibenze muntu wamba iya. Balungu benzo ba president ba Zambia, baziko la Zambia balungu. Ndipo manayi benzo mvera bwino kuti ndinekateka. Benzo mvera bwino kuti nina mulira ziko la Zambia. 7 years wanala mulira ziko ya Zambia balungu. Manje bamwalira balungu. Imo mufuna mubwelese vintu vakudala manje. Mubwelese iyayi simuna basunga bwino. Iyayi chanchan. Zona stika na hivyo. But ndale zili mwamene zilili. Ndale sizawana iyayi. Ndale si mwana adiepala iyayi. Ndale nzovuta. That's why naife timapezeka kuna. Manje ukambirako ba chanchani upezeka kuna. Ni ma politics mwamene yalili. I'm not bitter to be here. I'm not bitter. Because I know politics is like that. Politics is like that. Bahetika Lungu knew politics is like that. So manje they have just brought now, bitterness, hatred. No, haka inde ichilema. Sanga pezekepo. Manje haka inde ichilema ni head of state. Asa pezekepo bwanji. Ma president venangu bazabwira ku Zambia. Eda kankale mu sitting room. Wao ma president venangu bali kumaliro. Bankala. Eve haka inde ichilema. Akankale mu nyumba. Zona nizoteka hizo. Is that right? Even you people who are busy arguing. Is that right? We will have a head of states coming. They'll be sitting there and Haka Inde Ichilema should be watching in the living room. Is that right? Is that right? What are you trying to say? What message are you giving to the world? What message are you giving to the people, to the young people that are growing? That Haka Inde Ichilema and Edgar Lungu, they hated each other and they never reconciled. Is that what you want to continue? That is what I'm talking. That is what I'm against. Nothing else. And trust me, I've lost friends over this. I've lost people with money over this. And frankly speaking, those who don't want me because of this, so be it. God will be with me. God will be with me. Trust me. God will be with me. I will not regret. And I'm not regretting losing friends over this matter. I'm not regretting. Because what I have stood for is right. Let the man rest in peace. Yes, these things were done. This was done. This was done. This is part of politics. We need to forgive. We need to move on. That is my position. As simple as all that. Anyway, I think in Akamba Vambiri. At Wakamba Vambiri, enough is enough. Vamaeva Neri Muti, she is right. Let no one cheat you. Ziko Mokwambiri. Have a good day. Bye for now.